I have a new use for the motocross shade, quick shade. This is just my little setup. I'm working on my milling table, but check that out. Kind of cool. It keeps me cool anyway, because it's pretty cool out. I mean, it's getting up to 80s, high 80s, a couple of days in the high 90s, but when this shade is up, there's a slight breeze. It's actually pretty comfortable. There's the mill. Still not off the crate because I'm making this table. It's the bottom. Anyway, I got a lot of work to do. Just thought I'd show you this cool shade. Alright, here's what I pretty much done with this part. So what we did is we used the 2x2s, 4x4s, some angle iron. This is where that mill is gonna sit. The holes will be about right there and right there. Put a little spacer in there. So if it does deflect down from the weight, first of all, this is 1/8 inch. So I was gonna put it straight on this, but I didn't because of this. Because I built a bow into it for liquid drainage, and I realized that I could have bent this down because it would have went down, you know, with clamps. But I'm just gonna fill that in with Bondo. I'm just gonna end up Bondoing the whole thing, kind of like fan blade. So I'm just gonna Bondo. This whole thing is gonna be. I'm basically gonna do what fan blade did now. I wasn't going to, at least not right away, but I screwed it up so bad. You know, I'm trying to do these fancy 45s to avoid this weld bead. I cut off too much, and it's too short. I mean, I could easily put a piece of metal in this way, you know what I mean, cover it, but I might as well just Bondo it because that'll fit in there easy. And then what I'm gonna do, instead of the way he did it, where he just built his metal on there, you know, with his 1x1 or 3/4, where he built it on to come off the back and then come up, you know, with the sides for a splash guard. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build that separate, and I'm gonna bolt it on so that when we move, because we're probably gonna move in like 6 months, and I'm gonna bolt it on so I can just take that off, because this sheet metal is gonna be too fragile to move, you know, for a move. I don't want to try and do that. So that's what I'm gonna do. For now, what I might do is just go ahead and mount the mill up on there so I can use it. I mean, I've had it for a while already and I haven't even been able to use it. It's still in the crate. So I'm at the end of this table. I would never do this again with 4x4s and 1/8 inch, because this table right now without the mill on it weighs about 400 pounds. So it's kind of heavy with that, and the mill is almost 600. It's gonna be 1,000 pounds. So anyway, a little disappointed. I just didn't think it through, you know. I mean, but I can't scrap it. I already spent too much time in it. So it is what it is. Eventually, it's gonna be like fan blades. I don't know about what I'm gonna do on the side, how I'm gonna come off the side, and, you know, computerize it, you know, for the CNC part of it. But just for getting the mill on it, it's gonna Bondo it. So instead of Bondoing it right now, I'm probably just gonna put the mill on it and leave it how it is, and clean it up, and then build the splash guards on both sides and around it. And then anything else I need to do after that, I can just, you know, attach it to the sides, because I got plenty of exposed metal. All right, that's it. I don't know if I mentioned that the reason that I used this 3/4 tubing is because of the drainage bow. These are since they're small, they're real flexible, and it allowed me to follow. If you see, there's a contour like that. I mean, like I said, I could have bent these, but then did I really want to have this part bent? Especially if I'm going to attach wouldn't be attaching a splash backsplash plates on both sides all the way around, so I don't think that would work out too good.